"We can send, but you pay delivery, okay?" I said, "And what's the delivery gonna cost?" He says, "Not sure," in all caps. Hello, so today I'm going to tell you a story about a Chinese company who thought they'd ship internationally even though they clearly weren't ready for it, and scammed some of their customers, including the Inja, which was a very big mistake, in my opinion. So let's get right down to it. I know nobody wants to watch a talking video for more than 10 minutes, so I'm gonna make this as brief and as short as possible, so let's get to it. Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry. Let me pull up Alibaba.com so I can show you guys the message threads that I have with them. So when I was first looking at Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry and the motorcycles, and I sent out an RFQ, that's basically just a big message to a bunch of suppliers that this is what I need, can you do it? And I looked at Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry and decided to go to buy through them. Initially, my first impression was, and again, I hadn't done this before with vehicles or anything, big like that. I had bought some tech, I had bought some miscellaneous like tools and stuff off of Alibaba, but nothing big like a vehicle. So my first impression was I was looking at their listing, whatever. I saw some motorcycles, some people assembling motorcycles, that kind of thing. Didn't look all that bad to me. Basically, I decided to buy through them. They had good prices. They had whatever. They sent me a spreadsheet of different models, different specs I could order, that kind of thing. So I decided to go with their DP version 6. And that was basically, the DP was just like the style of the bike. Version 6 was an upgraded version from the base model, basically to do twice or three times the performance as the base model. So I got like the 5,000 watt motor. I got like the lithium ion battery pack that should launch me to 100 kilometers per hour. That's what they said, which is roughly 60 or so miles per hour. So I was like, heck yeah, dude, a bike that I could take it on the freeway if I want to, but it's a great around town bike. It'll do 60 miles per hour, no big deal. Range was supposed to be 70 kilometers per charge. Yeah, I tested that. I got about 10.5 or whatever kilometers for a charge before it was not going over 15 miles an hour. Sitting on the bike, I can't even hit 35 miles per hour. And so I was supposed to get a bike that goes almost twice as fast as that, but they sent me the base model after me having paid twice as much basically to get this higher end model. So yeah, total scam, it was a big ordeal and it was awful. So that's the long story short. The Andy Wu, who I had talked to, who was the sales rep for this case, basically, he was in and out with communication. There were times that I needed him when the shipping was going on. So the boat was coming into port and I had to figure out a lot of stuff, the DOT certification, that kind of stuff. He was non-responsive, and that pissed me off majorly, majorly. No communication there. And most of the communication I've had with them and now Jason Wu, Andy Wu's boss, it's all just been BS. So that being said, the boat was coming into port. I had ordered it, everything. A lot of you guys had questions. Why don't you just open an Alibaba trade assurance case? Why don't you just open it up? They'll refund you, whatever. So the story behind that is Andy Wu, having not responded for so long to shipping it to a port that I didn't think I could get it through, and they knew that. I thought they knew that I couldn't get it in the US, so they BS'd me on a bunch of stuff, shipped it, took my money. And so basically, I opened an Alibaba case at that point. And Alibaba allows you to open a case and get refunded if they didn't ship it on time. And so that's what I did. So they shipped it 5 months late. Get like 5 months late. And so I opened a case. I thought it was a scam at this point because they were asking for a lot of weird stuff that I didn't know that I needed to send them, like for example my social security card, that kind of stuff. So it felt like an absolute scam. And since they weren't responding at all to questions I was asking and everything, it felt like a scam. So I opened a case right then and there. And I was in my mind thinking I was going to have to dispose of the bike when it came to port, pay all the shipping fees, importing fees, everything, and a disposal fee. And so I opened the case back then, and it was 5 months shipped too late. And so Alibaba should have, they should have honored that. And so I opened the case, they just didn't honor it. And so the case closed. Basically, they left it to the seller to decide whether they refund or not. Of course, the seller's not going to refund. And so the case closed, and you can only open it once. And so basically, yeah, so I opened it that one time, and then when I got the bike, finally, after a lot of hassle, I realized that I had totally gotten scammed. They sent me the base model when I paid for twice as much for the upgraded version of it. And so it was a legit scam, it was, but I couldn't dispute it any further past that. I've tried contacting Alibaba, I've called them, I've emailed, I've filed complaints, done all that stuff, nothing. I have not even heard back from them. So that's pretty sad, that's pretty sad. So that's the story as far as the Alibaba case goes. I'm not getting a refund, and Jason Wu is being a twit. I'll just say a twit. So long story short, no refund. Now looking back on it, I'm looking at their photos and stuff. It does not look like a reputable company at all. And along with that, Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry does not respect their customers. In fact, I thought it was highly disrespectful the way they've been treating me this whole time. Basically just giving me the runaround. They told me that they were gonna make things right so many times. Never gave me anything, not even the certificate of origin. So basically I asked for the parts and whatever. Of course he's not going to send me the parts. He says, yes, that's great. Just give me $600 for shipping and I'll give you the parts. So I just realized he's never going to help me out in that regard. If it's going to cost them any money, he's not going to help me out at all. So basically I just asked for a certificate of origin so I can at least try to register the bike. You know, that's fair enough. That's an easy compromise since I got scammed out of an entire motorcycle. Just to ask for the certificate of origin, something that really should have come with the bike in the first place, the paperwork I need. And he said, okay, so let me just read it to you. Oh, this is funny. So he's like, send me the VIN number. I did for the certificate of origin. Again, this was a big compromise on my end, so I'm just getting the bare minimum that he's willing to offer at this point. So he says, send me the VIN number. I gave him the VIN number. And I said, thank you. I've just been respectful to him this whole time. As mad as I am, I've been respectful to him. And I said, thank you. He says, no problem. Send me the bill of lading, please. We will make the certificate of origin and send you within next week. But can you please delete the videos? Sorry, Jason, that's not going to happen. Okay, so stop asking. That was like the third time he's asked me to delete the videos. So anyway, I sent him what he needed for the certificate of origin, which really he should have had already. I don't know what they do with their files after the orders have been placed with them. I don't know what they do with those, because he should have just been able to pull all that stuff up. Anyway, so again, I get the sense he's not going to send me the certificate of origin. It's a big waste of time on my end. Every time it seems like that he's going to help me out, he always asks for, okay, you know, I'll do that for you, no problem at all. Like, absolutely, we'll send you that stuff. But can you delete the videos, please? And of course, I'm not going to delete the videos. The only reason it seems like he's willing to help me out and responding to me is because I have a big YouTube series. Many other people have actually messaged me telling me that they've had similar experience with the same company, Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry, that they also got scammed. Now, they changed the listing since that, but it's sad that they have to have somebody call them out publicly before they're willing to change the listing. There have been so many other people who have messaged me saying they got scammed with this company as well before, but now they changed, of course, the listing to reflect, I think reflect more of the actual specs. But it's sad that he had to get called out publicly on a big YouTube series before they did that. That's so disrespectful. And that's horrible business. That's horrible business. They clearly have no right to be shipping internationally. If they know that they're not going to send the right model bikes internationally, they should just not do it in the first place, because it causes them a lot more sales lost shipping to the wrong people, in this case the Inja, who calls them out publicly and just destroys their reputation internationally. There's been a lot of people who have seen these videos that I'm making, and they send me screenshots of them actually retracting orders with Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry. So it's harming their sales. I don't know why they're just not helping me. I'm just one dude. I'm just one guy asking for the right parts for the bike that I had ordered. I gave you plenty of money to cover that stuff. It's not that big of a deal. Just send me the right parts. And at the very least, I'm not going to take the video down, but at the very least, I'll tell my audience that you guys at least made it right. Granted, I had to make a big YouTube series and a successful YouTube series on it before you actually realized you made an oopsie, did something stupid. But yeah, so anyway, that's the long story short. That's basically where it's at. He's not going to be sending me anything, I can tell you that. He's BS'd me so many times with this exact same circle. Basically, I asked for something. He says, absolutely, we can do it for you. This, that, and the other, and then says, but can you take down the videos? I responded before, of course, no, I'm not going to take the videos down, but you can make it right. Absolutely, it's a good opportunity for you. That's what I told him. If you make it right, then the trust will be, you know, like you have a viewership through me now, if you made it right and you hooked me up hard, like my viewers would know that you're at least willing to reconcile the situation. But no, like you keep treating me like dirt repeatedly like that, and my viewers are still watching. Like, Jason, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, that's my question. Like, what are you, this is bad business. It's just what it boils down to. And it's very disrespectful to me as the customer. Throughout this whole process, I've been as respectful as possible, but many things he said to me is just sarcastic and snarky. Like, let me show you a couple things. All right, so let me just read you actual, like, word for word what was said. So he clearly acknowledges that he needs the videos taken down, and he's willing to send me the stuff because I have many fans. I do. This is a big series. And since it's his company, this is a big public relations crisis for him, to be honest. And so I said, I would like you to send me the bike, like a new bike with the performance that I was promised, something that does at least 100 kilometers per hour and at least 70 kilometers of range. I believe that's fair since I was sent the base model after paying twice as much for it. I would also like the paperwork I need for the bike with the certificate of origin. And I said, if you would like to send me a faster model, I'm sure my fans will like to see it. This may be a good opportunity for you. He says, it's no problem to make you the certificate of origin, but for new motorcycle, now we have the middle drive model is very fast. He sent me some pictures of like the new model that he has, whatever. And I said, yeah, that'll work. That one looks good. If you can send me one of those, I'd be happy and all my viewers would love it. What are the specs of it, how fast, and what is the travel range? He said the speed is 130 kilometers an hour at least. We didn't test the max speed. It uses a 4,000 watt middle drive, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then he said we could send you one with the cost price if you can delete the videos before and make new video for this one. And in the future, if your viewers order from us, of course, we'll give you a commission. Okay, I said, I'm not gonna delete the videos, however, you can make it right. What is the cost for me to get the bike sent to me? He said, usually we sell it for $2,500. The cost for you is $2,200. Wow, that's some great customer service. Scam them and then give them $300 off of a brand new bike. Great job. And I said, that's not gonna work, sorry. Can you just send me the correct motor and controller for the bike, please? So now at this point, I'm asking just for parts. I know he's not gonna send me the new bike. He's gonna give me hassle. So I'm just asking for the parts at this point. So he says, is just the correct motor and bike? If you want bigger, we can send, but you pay delivery, okay? I said, and what's the delivery gonna cost? He says, not sure, in all caps. About 400 to 500, I think, by express. So to that I said, also, can you provide me with the certificate of origin for the bike and any paperwork I would need to register it in the US? He says, yes, no problem, certificate of origin. I said, great, please calculate the shipping and let me know what it'll cost. He says, not much, $70. $70 for the certificate of origin after he scammed me and got twice as much money as I was supposed to pay for that model bike. And I said, is that also for the new motor and controller? He says, no, all caps. New motor and controller delivery cost is not as this. But since this bike is a lower model than I ordered, could we just do a partial refund to the actual model I received? And he didn't even respond. I assume you aren't willing to send me the parts I need to get the spec I ordered from you. He says, no, I'm willing to cooperate with you, really. And I said, then please help me. I paid for a higher model. I just re-explained that they scammed me. If you can provide me with a certificate of origin, I will be happy. And he says, no problem, we'll make it for you. And then, so that's where I'm at now. And I really doubt I'm gonna get it at this point. So, and you can tell the whole business plan was to scam international buyers. Definitely, like they have no accountability with that. And second of all, communication with 2 of their representatives now, and their company's small. I should have just known that from the start that it was gonna be a nightmare, but their company's small. So I've talked to 2 of like their main people or whatever. I've talked to 3 different people here actually. I said 2, just Andy and Jason, but JoJo actually had messaged me after I posted the videos and they blew up a little bit. Apparently you guys were talking to JoJo and messaging her about this whole situation. Thank you, by the way. Anyway, so she messaged me saying, take the videos down or I'm gonna contact YouTube, all that kind of BS. Anyway, and then Andy was not responding to anything, and Jason actually found my videos. He got really mad at Andy because they lost a lot of sales over it. So Jason started emailing me, he started messaging me on here, and so I've been talking to him ever since, and he's been giving me the same BS that Andy has been. Andy Wu and Jason Wu. Jason Wu apparently is like at the top of the chain, but both of them are just jokers. Like they won't help you at all. They are snarky, disrespectful, and it just seems like they aren't good people. They just aren't good people. That's what it comes down to. And I know cultural differences allow for these kind of discrepancies, like cultural misunderstandings. Like, you know, like Chinese do operate in a very different way. It's about honor and shame as opposed to like right and wrong here in the US, that kind of stuff. And I get it. Like maybe it's honorable or whatever to just make money off of whatever you can, but that's just disrespectful. And that's shameful and kind of arrogant, because I've been, to be totally honest, this video series came as way more of a hit to you guys as, you know, the company, than if you just sent me the right parts in the first place. All this could have been avoided, but they're just that bad of a company. And it's sad that they had to get called out so publicly and, you know, to make them change the listing. So if you guys take nothing else away from this, just know that you cannot trust Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry. There's no trust there. They are disrespectful, and they basically will scam anybody who's not in China there making the purchase in like cash with them. So bottom line is just don't buy from them. It's not, there's lots of other sellers. I don't know how good. Just make sure that the seller that you buy from, if you're going to do this route buying a vehicle from China, just make sure that the seller is reputable. Make sure they have a long history, they've been selling for a long time, and that the quality is there. I made the mistake to basically trust a seller who gave me a good price for good specs. I didn't look into it that far, because Alibaba has traditionally given me some good service, and I've had refunds happen through Alibaba and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of had a trust with that site, and so I figured, if nothing else, they send me the wrong thing, I'm gonna at least get a refund and no big deal. But then I ordered through this company, Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry, got scammed hardcore, and then Alibaba, there's no sign of Alibaba anywhere. So yeah, and 6 months after I placed the order is when I actually got the bike. So lots of policies closed, so I couldn't get a refund through third parties anymore. So basically I've gotten no money back on the initial investment, which was all said and done like $2,700. Yeah, and there's no refund coming. That's where we're at. So at this point, I have accepted. I'm not getting a refund for anything. At least I can tell you guys my experience with Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry. Since I can't rate them, I can't do anything, can't review the product, anything through Alibaba anymore. So this is pretty much it. This is all I have, you know, to share my testimony on this. So anyway, bottom line, don't trust Wuxi Saichi Vehicle Industry. They are untrustworthy, they are disrespectful, and they are a very immature company. They are out to scam people if it makes them money. Yeah, just know that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.